Our next speaker is a distinguished Toastmaster, Paul Brunoforte. After a long career as a CPA, marketing director, and president of National Design and Fabrication Company, Paul has become a certified performance coach, working with executives and small businesses. The name of his company is the Olympic Method. In addition to working one-on-one, Paul enjoys facilitating workshops and seminars, which include some motivational speeches he has practiced in Toastmasters. Today, Paul will be practicing one of those motivational speeches drawn from an actual event which ultimately changed his life forever and could possibly inspire you to make some of those same changes. He was inspired by an Olympic to give today's presentation. This speech is from the Professional Speaker's Manual, speech number 5, the purpose of which is to motivate the audience. The title of his speech is How My Life Changed in a Public Restroom. Please help me welcome Paul Brunoforte.
Yes, my life changed forever in a public men's room. No, it didn't change because I got arrested for voyeurism. It changed for some other reasons. But before I tell you those reasons, I'll have to give you the backstory. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our guests, back in the 1970s, I exercised a lot, mostly because I was single. And you know, you have to look good when you're single. So I was out there running on treadmills, running the neighborhood, lifting weights. And then I met Debbie. And when I met Debbie, Debbie's very physically fit. We continued with the exercise. We would go hiking. She'd occasionally come to the gym and we would work out. Then we got married. And when we got married, at that same time, I enrolled in the MBA for Exec programs at ASU, which required me to go to school on the weekends. In addition to that, Debbie gets pregnant. Now, any of you ever hear of sympathetic weight gain? That's what happened. Debbie, here I am, I'm working 50 hours a week, going to school on the weekends, giving up my exercise regimen, and then Debbie gets pregnant. And what do pregnant people love? Everything! Ice cream, cake, chocolate. And so all of those years of practice went down the proverbial drain as I enjoyed it with her. So she gets pregnant. She delivers the baby. 9 months later, she's pregnant again. And we're eating again. So there I am, 1985. I'm now the marketing director for a large home building company. And I'm sponsoring, as part of our marketing, I'm sponsoring a 10K. And as the marketing director, I'm the big cheese, so I'm there walking around. Oh wait, I didn't look quite like this that morning. I looked more like this. There I was, walking around with my cup of coffee, just looking. I was dressed in a workout outfit, pretending I was going to run, but I had no plans on running. And I'm sitting there, people saying, "Oh, Paul, are you going to run in the 10K?" I said, "No, I have to organize things, and I'm in charge here, and the media needs to talk to me." So I'm just really enjoying the whole thing. And then, because I'm drinking so much coffee, I have to go to the men's room. So I tell everybody, I'll be right back. Don't start the race. Let me go to the men's room. So I go over to the men's room, and I walk into the men's room, and I'm doing my thing in the men's room, and I hear these voices. Hey, what did you do that split in last week? Well, I did the race, I did that 5K, I did that 10K. I'm hearing them talking about their juices, their energy drinks, their excitement. I'm wondering, who is it? I turn around, and there's these 3 old guys standing there. They must have been, I don't know, 50, 55 years old. Really old guys standing there, excited about the race. And the one thing that they all had in common, flat tummies, ripped, they were excited, and they're over there, they're stretching, and they're doing, this and that, and their feet are against the wall, and they're going like this, and I'm standing there, looking at them, and it hits me. That's what I want to look like in the future. Now remember, I'm in my 30s, these are these old guys, and they could run circles around me, and I thought, this is what I want my future to be. So I walked out of the restroom, went up to the table, and I said, I'm going to run in the race. Everybody said, really? You're going to really run in the race? I said, absolutely, I'm going to run in the race. So I take off my jacket and everything, and okay, here we go. It says 6.2 miles. It's a 10K. The first 3 miles, all uphill. In Scottsdale. Who thought Scottsdale had hills? I didn't know Scottsdale had a hill. And I'm running 3 miles. I am dying. I really want to throw up. It's that hard. But I thought, okay, if the first half is uphill, at least the second half is downhill. And then this geographical anomaly occurred. The second half was also uphill. Or at least it felt like it was uphill. It was extremely difficult. And when I finished that race, I'm over there, I look like I just did a marathon. I'm standing there, I'm sweating, I'm just trying to hold back. And here's those 3 guys. They're just, they're running around, they're still doing stretching. And I looked at them and said, that's what I need for my future. That's what I want for my future. So it was this epiphany that occurred that wound up changing my life. It caused me to go out and sign up for some more races. To cause me to go out and find other people that wanted to do the same thing. Because when I exercised, I pretty much did it alone. And I didn't have the camaraderie. I didn't have the excitement. I didn't have the people that I could talk to. So I wound up having my coaches. We pass that around. I had my friends, and we would excite each other. We would get very enthusiastic about going out and exercising. And it was that constant reinforcement that really helped me to stay with it. And I stayed with it for more than 30 years, till today. And about 10 years ago, I decided, okay, I want to share this message with many other people. So I started doing goals seminars for people. And part of the goals seminar was health, because I focus on health, wealth, and relationships. But when you don't have your health, you don't have a lot of other things in life. And you ever go on an airplane? And on the airplane, they say, in the event of an emergency and the oxygen drops, put yours on first, because you can't help anybody else unless you're okay. And I hear people tell me, well, I don't have time for exercise. I have my family, I have my career, I have my church, etc. Well, you're not going to be able to help any of that unless you have the energy to do it yourself. And so all of us have that opportunity to create a life for ourselves that many people don't get to experience. 2/3 of adults over the age of 25 are overweight or obese. And many of those people in the 2/3, they actually think they're in the 1/3 that's in good shape. People are completely oblivious because they don't take any assessments. They have no idea what kind of physical condition they're in. All of us have an opportunity to find out by going for a full physical, by doing a body mass analysis test, fat analysis test. Find out where you are. Once you find out where you are, then you can have a vision of where you want to be. There's nothing worse than to have the desire, but not the energy. And I have a client who was about 58 years old, went to his office, and we started talking about health. And I said, what would you really like to do? And he said, I'd love to be able to do 10 push-ups. And we got down, and he could barely do 10 push-ups. But I went to his office week after week. I got down with him. We did the push-ups together. On this person's 60th birthday, 2 years later, he now does 100 push-ups before he does a full workout. And he happens to be our Toastmaster this morning. That's how you can change your life. And when I watch the Olympics, which is what inspired me today to give this talk, when I watch this Olympics, I think about my little exposure to the Olympics, which would never have happened had I not gone to that bathroom that day. I went to that bathroom and it changed my life forever. I'm not suggesting any of you go to a public restroom. Use Toastmasters to help change your life. Mr. Toastmaster.